This is every single grass type Pokemon. And so we're going to be determining if they're vegan or not. Because if you eat a pea, that's vegan. But what happens if you eat Bulbasaur? Because Bulbasaur's a grass type Pokemon. So are grass type Pokemon vegan? We're going to figure that out right now. First things first, we're going to do the entire Venusaur line. Let's be realistic here. It's a lizard. And I think it's reasonable to say that they are not vegan because they are whole ass lizards. This is the most unique idea ever. Thank you. I appreciate it. Make you feel warm and fuzzy. Next, we got the Oddish line. Oddish is like a radish, an onion radish, odd radish, oddish, but still has some facial features, has little legs. Those could be roots. It is a root vegetable after all. We're gonna throw it in vegan question mark because like it might be vegan. It's hard to say for sure, but it's at least getting into that realm. And whenever it comes to Gloom and Vileplume, Gloom's like probably a plant. Same thing with Vileplume. I guess they're plants. I wonder if the lawnmower is vegan. We're going to get to the lawnmower. We got Paris and Parasect. Paris is definitely not vegan. It does have mushrooms on it. The mushrooms are plants. Well, mushrooms are fungi, but for the sanctity of like this, we'll just say they're plants. There's not really much to say about Paris because it's literally just like an animal with a plant on it. Parasect is an interesting case because Parasect is dead. Like it's not alive. Since the Pokemon's already dead, you could technically just take the mushroom away and eat the mushroom and just leave the animal alone, I guess. By technicality, Parasect is vegan. Bellsprout is literally just like running on its own roots. So I feel like Bellsprout's also going to be vegan. Weepinbell and Victreebel, like I would say that Weepinbell would fall into the vegetarian area to where it's like, yeah, it's probably okay to eat. Victreebel is like maybe a plant. If I look at a cooked steak, it amuse me hungry. Oh, it makes you hungry. Okay. So if a vegan uses a lawnmower, do they get hungry? Yes. Whenever vegans mow the lawn, they get very, very hungry. They get peckish. And sometimes what they'll do is that they'll grab some trimmings and just start chewing on them. Chewing on them like cow cud. Hisuian Voltorb and Hisuian Electrode. They're basically just like balls of wood. The thing with like Voltorb is that they're just like kind of like balls of electricity. I would say like, are they plants? I don't know. It's really hard to say. Execute and Executor. Execute is a bunch of seeds. Seeds are vegan. And whenever it comes to both forms of Executor, their bases are just like fruit. And I would say that they go into the question mark of like, are they vegan? You know, because like this is a whole ass dragon type. Dragon types are like animals. I might just throw it down vegetarian maybe because technically speaking, if the faces are considered eggs as well as seeds, vegetarians can eat eggs. So I think that makes sense for lowland Executor. Whenever it comes to regular Executor, it falling into the vegan category, it makes a lot of sense to me. Next is Tangela. Tangela's like spaghetti. So I kind of want to throw in vegetarian. Pasta, you need eggs. You can make eggless pasta, but it's lame. So I'm gonna throw in vegetarian because technically if we want to say it's pasta, you need eggs for it and therefore it's vegetarian. Next is the Chikorita line. They're just like weird dinosaur things. I'd say they are not vegan. Bellossom, also not vegan because it is literally just like a girl in a sundress. It's like the Hoppip line. I'm gonna say they're vegan because they're weird flower things that just kind of exist, you know? They fly around and they exist. Sunkern and Sunflora. Sunkern is basically just like a sunflower seed. Sunflower seeds are definitely vegan. And then Sunflora, again, sunflower. It walks around and it has a lot of like facial expressions. But then again, so does Sunkern, I guess. I'm gonna throw that's the wrong one. I'm probably gonna throw Sunflora here. Yeah, I think throwing Sunflora into vegan section is fine. I might even just throw it down to vegetarian. I think I throw Sunflora down to vegetarian actually. Celebi. Celebi is a onion fairy. I'd question if it's a plant. And then again, so I'd probably just throw it down into not vegan. Would eating a fairy be vegan? The answer is no. It's like an animal. It would not be vegan. Trico line's next. They're literally just lizards. Nothing too crazy. Lotad line. They're like weird ducks, I guess. I question if Lotad's like a plant. These guys are definitely not vegan. You know, this is like a whole ass person, and so is Ludicolo. Ludicolo's just like a hairy person. C-Dot. If C-Dot was like just the nut, then it'd be vegan. Since it has the legs, it makes it really awkward. I'm gonna throw it into vegan. And whenever it comes to Nuzleaf and Shiftry, these are just people. These are just people. At this point. Shroomish, Angry Mushroom Guy. Is this even a plant? I don't know. Breloom is really just a person. Roselia is also a little flower girl, I guess. Cacnea and Cacturn. I would assume that Cacnea might fall into the saying of like, is it a plant? Actually, then again, I'm thinking about it. I think it would fall into vegetarian. It's just a small little cactus, right? Because literally, if it's not walking around, it kind of just looks like a ball cactus. I think throwing in vegetarian just kind of makes sense. And whenever it comes to Cacturn, this is just a whole ass guy. So we're just gonna throw it here. The Laleep line. So Laleep and Cradilly are basically like ancient anemones, you know, like the anemone, you know, type beat. So I think we're just throw these in not vegan. Actually, I think it'd be funnier to throw them in plant. Yeah, I'm gonna throw them in plant because I just think it's gonna be funnier for the YouTube. Tropius. Whenever it comes to Tropius, it has these bananas. Bananas are definitely vegan. In theory, you could take one of its bananas and just eat it, but that wouldn't be vegan because it's an animal product at that point. But I think it would be vegetarian because vegetarians can eat like eggs and like milk and stuff as long as you aren't eating like flesh. Tropius is in theory vegetarian, so I'm gonna throw out a vegetarian. Furtwig, Grottle, and Torterra are whole ass turtles, and I can assure you these guys are not vegan. Badoo. I question if Badoo is a plant. It's literally just like a flower bud. It's just bloom already. Stop being so needy. And then Roserade is just a whole ass person. All right, next is Wormadam. This is specifically the grassy cloak. Technically speaking, this could fall in the attribute of vegetarian because you could just like pluck the leaves and do something with that, in theory. Cherubi. I'd say Cherubi is falling into the plant category. So while it is a whole ass cherry, this motherfucker's smiling at me like he's like way too happy to like be here. Then whenever it comes to Cherum, both forms of Cherum, this one's really ecstatic and this one's just depressed. Those are literally just hardcore human emotions and sometimes animal emotions as well. Carnivine is a Venus flytrap. And honestly, you could probably eat this. You could probably get away with eating a Venus flytrap. The Snover line. Snover specifically grows berries, and I think Abomasnow does as well. So I'm just gonna throw them all in vegetarian, because technically you could just like eat berries off Snover. It falls in the same realm as Tropius, so I think it's fine. Tangrowth. My man is a big bowl of noodles, and noodles require eggs, and therefore we're gonna throw him in vegetarian. Leafeon. Leafeon is literally just an animal. It's a fox. Like, foxes aren't vegan. Sorry to tell you. Rotom. Mo. Or I guess Mo Rotom if you want to be technical. Rotom's a ghost. So are ghosts vegan? I don't think it'd be considered vegan because it's an appliance. It's not an animal, true, but I don't think eating a lawnmower would be considered vegan. I could be wrong though. Shaman. So we got a hedgehog. Hedgehogs are not vegan. And then we also have this, I guess it's a hedgehog too. I don't know. All I know is not vegan. Arceus with the meadow plague. Not vegan. I'll keep it a buck. God is not vegan. Next is Snivy's line. They're snakes. I would say that they're not vegan. The grass monkeys, what, Semi-sage. They're monkeys. They're definitely not vegan. Swaddle's line, they are bugs, and bugs are not vegan. I'd say Cottony falls in the weird realm of like, is it a plant? Because like it could be a plant. Whenever it comes to Whimsicott, this is a whole ass like ram. Whimsicott definitely is not vegan. Lilligant's line, I'd say Petalil goes into vegetarian. Or actually, I'm throwing vegan. Or vegan, because it's really hard to say what it is. It kind of just reminds me of like a head of cabbage. I'd take a bite out of Petalil. Both forms of Lilligant, they're just women. Maractus. I'd say Maractus goes into vegetarian like Cacnea, because it literally just is a cactus. I'm trying to remember, doesn't it grow fruit as well? Pretty sure it grows fruit. Am I crazy? I might be crazy. I'm just gonna say I'm not crazy and just leave it vegetarian. Next is Deerling, literally just a deer. Also Sawsbuck, not vegan. It's a whole ass deer. Fungus is a mushroom. I'd say this falls into vegan question mark. It like has a face, so it's like very personable. At the same time, I could take a bite and be fine. Mungus is next. I'd question if this is a plant at all. It's definitely more plant than animal. Oh wait, I have to scroll down. I didn't realize. Pharaoh Seed and Pharaoh Thorn. Pharaoh Seed, technically a seed. If you could crack into it, I think you could eat the insides. I'd say it's vegan. And whenever it comes to Pharaoh Thorn, I'm questioning if this thing's a plant, because I don't know what exactly it's supposed to be. It looks just kind of squished. All right, next is Virizion, which Virizion, I think is supposed to be a horse. It's a horse or a bull, I don't remember. Horses and bulls are both not vegan. All right, the Chespin line is not vegan. Spoiler alert, it's not vegan. Skiddo and Go-Goats. Yeah, definitely not vegan. Phantump and Trevenant. Are they vegan? It's hard to say, because are ghosts vegan? Technically speaking, ghosts are no longer animals, because they're not really tied to the mortal plane. So if you were to quote unquote eat a ghost, would that be considered vegan? You're not like in taking in animal flesh. I would say it falls in the realm of vegetarian at least. I think vegan's gonna be a tough sell, because technically something had to die for you to eat it. So I'm gonna throw Phantump and Trevenant into vegetarian. Punkaboo and Gorgeist. I'd say, again, this falls into the realm of are ghosts vegan? And I'd say ghosts aren't vegan, but they'd fall into the vegetarian, similar to Phantump and Trevenant. You're not technically eating into animal flesh. Next is the Rowlet line, is not vegan, because they're owls. Actually, regular Decidui, I think would fall into vegetarian. Since it's a ghost, it's dead. But then again, it's a whole ass owl. Nah, I'd say he's not vegan. We got Fomantis and Lorantis. Both grass types that kind of look like bugs. I'd say they're not vegan because they're just like bugs. Morlul and Shiinotic. I'm gonna put Morlul into vegan. This is just shrooms. You just got shrooms right here. And then Shiinotic, I'm gonna throw into vegetarian. Actually, no, I'm throwing plant because it's hard to say what exactly, like, is it like an alien? Look at its face. Like, is it like an alien? Like, is it like a whole ass plant? It's really hard to say. I always forget this thing's name. Ensweet. Stelly? And then Serena. So Bonsweet's gonna fall into vegan question mark because it emotes a lot, but it's definitely some sort of berry. This is a girl and this is a woman. So I think that makes things easy. Silvally. Silvally I'd throw into not vegan because it's like this weird horse thing. Delmise is a whole ass anchor and it's a ghost, but it's like possessed algae. So I think it's gonna fall into like vegetarian. Even if Delmise doesn't quote unquote die from eating its like plant part, it's still like a ghost and it falls into the same realm of Phantump and Papu Bulu is a weird bull thing, and I'm gonna throw in not vegan. Kartana. Kartana's paper. Is paper technically vegan? But then again, it's a steel type. Technically speaking, it's not even like actual paper. It's more so just like sheet metal. I'm gonna question if things even like a plant. You know, like, is it a plant? It's hard to say. The Grookey line are definitely not vegan. Dude, What is this name? Gossifleur and then Eldegoss. I'm gonna say this little guy is gonna go in vegetarian. Then again, kind of follows the same thing with Lilligant. So I think it's gonna be like vegan question mark? Cause like, what is it? What are you? What are you? And the Eldegoss is like a ball of cotton. Well, I'm gonna throw in nah. I'm question if it's a plant more so. Cause like, it could just be like a little animal like just grabbing like a afro basically. That's kind of what it gives me the vibes of, even though it has like the cotton seeds in it. Appleton is definitely not vegan. That's for sure. And I'd say the G-Max is gonna fall into vegetarian because I feel like you could eat like the outside of it. Because in case you guys didn't know, the Applin line is this weird little like worm lizard thing. So the outside is still apple. So you could eat the outside of it and still be fine. Like Applin is gonna be a vegetarian and so is Flapple. Because you could just eat the outside and just leave like the squishy little creature on the inside perfectly unscathed. Zarude is a monkey. Calyrex is a weird goat thing. Sprigatito, Florigato, and Meowscarada. I'll be real, they're cats. They're just cats. Smoliv is a whole ass olive who also falls in this weird territory of like weird. I'm gonna throw in vegan question mark because it might be vegan. I don't know. Dolive. I'd say Dolive is gonna fall into vegetarian question mark because I feel like you'd eat the olives to be fine. Then whenever it comes to Arboliva, if I could grab it, that'd be cool. I'm also gonna throw it to vegetarian because I feel like you just eat the olives and be good. Bramblin and Bramblegast. Again, ghosts. Are ghosts vegan? I'm gonna say ghosts are fine. Ghosts are cool. They're vegetarian. You just eat the tumbleweed. Is it that hard? You come home from school and your mom just serves you a nice hot serving of tumbleweed. Toadstool. Is this even a plant? And Toadscruel. Is this even a plant? I don't know. I don't know what you are. Capsicid is definitely not vegan. It's just a little dude. Actually, is this thing even a plant? Like, is it a plant? I don't know. And then Scovalin. Like, if Scovalin was like heads that just had peppers, this would be vegetarian. But due to it being like, it talks out of the thing, it makes things kind of awkward. Is it a plant? It's hard to know for sure. It is kind of like this weird lizard thing. Root Bonnet is going to fall in the exact same scenario as Amoonguss. Plant? Maybe. Perhaps. Hard to say. Wochin is a giant slug with these weird plate things. Is this a plant? It's like a bunch of moss, I guess. Iron leaves. I'll be real. This boys are not vegan. It's metal. It's a weird horse thing, and it's from the future. It's not vegan. Then we got Diplin. It's gonna fall in the same thing as Applin. It's a weird candy apple. The outside is fair game. Just don't hurt the little creature on the inside, and you're good. Hi, Carbonated from the future here. This list was created before Hydrapple was released, but Hydrapple would be thrown into vegetarian similar to the other members of the Applin line. You can eat the apple, just don't touch the little lizard. Poltergeist, are ghosts vegan? I don't know. I would say it's vegetarian. Same thing with Sinistra. I'd say both of these are going to be vegetarian. And then we got last but not least, Ogerpon. Who wants to guess where Ogerpon's going? It's going to surprise you where Ogerpon's going. You guess anywhere but vegan? You'd be right. Ogerpon's just not vegan. It's an ogre. Ogres are people too. That's really all we got. Subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on the list in the comments. And check out the time I performed Pokemon moves in real life. I know you'll love it.